humans, you beautiful humans, you. This week we are meal prepping. It's autumn, it's cozy, more cozy autumn meals. My favourite type of foods are soups, stews, casseroles. So I rely on those, and I eat those through the summer, through the autumn, through the winter, back into spring. I'll eat a stew at any point of the year. I'm the same with curries. I'll just eat curry all year. And then I think, well, you know, in India they eat a lot of curry and it's very hot. So it's never too hot to eat a curry or a stew, in my opinion. But this one I'm about to show you now is a veg tajine. Vegetables cooked down, lots of spices, and you can serve that with, I'm serving mine with bulgur wheat, but it goes well with couscous. The veg tajine is only 2 points per portion, so you can put it in a jacket potato, you can put it alongside a piece of meat, you can put it with the bulgur wheat like I'm doing, or with some quinoa, or with some couscous, or with some rice. Whatever your heart desires. It's a good thing because it's only 2 points. You could have it in a bowl with a big old piece of bread and dunking it in. Let me show you that. To make this amazing veg tajine, and I've done all this hard work here for you guys, so you don't even have to do it. Unfortunately, I'm also going to have to do the hard work of eating it. So if you want to eat this yourself, you're going to have to chop up all these veggies. So we have got 1 full butternut squash, 4 tomatoes, I've got 3 large carrots peeled and chopped, 1 red pepper, 1 yellow pepper, 2 courgettes, 100 grams of dried apricots. We're going to have 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. We've got 20 grams of flaked almonds, a can of pinto beans. You can use chickpeas as well, but chickpeas is nice in this. And then I've got a teaspoon of ground ginger, a teaspoon of paprika. I do use the chip seasoning, it's paprika and onion, but that's just because I don't have any paprika by itself. 3 or 4 strands of the saffron, 3 teaspoons of ginger paste, a teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and also 4 cloves of garlic roughly chopped. So let's crack on. There is certainly more than 3 strands of saffron in there, a large pinch. So I popped a large pinch of saffron into the jug and filled with 400 millilitres of boiling water. Then to a heavy bottomed pan, which I sprayed with Fry Light, I added my garlic and 3 teaspoons of ginger. I then added all my spices. In goes the cumin, the cinnamon and the ginger and the paprika. It does look like I put extra paprika in, but I think it was just sticking to the spoon, so I added a little bit more. There was only half a teaspoon on there. Gave it a stir, cooked those spices off with the tomato puree and left those for a couple of minutes just to cook off before starting to add my vegetables. Here comes the rainbow, guys. Little squash, you tried to escape me? You can never escape me! Back into the pan with you. Once all my vegetables were in, I coated with the spices, I gave it a good stir and added my beans. Now I added the liquid from these beans as well. The whole tin was emptied into the vegetable stew. Then I added my chopped apricots, and I also did add some flesh of the lemon. Now this is optional, it's up to you. You can just give it a good squeeze of lemon actually, and that would be really tasty. I gave it a good season, stirred it all around again, and then added my saffron water. Then put my lid on top and popped it into the oven for 45 minutes. Here we are, this is it after 45 minutes. Made it in advance, so it's a very big pot. So sprinkle my almonds over my top of my veggie tajine stew. I'm having it with a little miniature naan bread today, so that is 7 points. Today we are making pasta. So we've got 4 spring onions, roughly chopped, a carrot roughly chopped, a chilli which we're going to roughly chop, and 5 cloves of garlic. I've got a pack of the Heck chicken sausages.
Wait, stop. You had to eat 10 cloves of raw garlic and draw a permanent marker, a moustache on your face.
Oh gosh.
Do you think that's good?
No. So we've got a pack of the Heck chicken sausages here chopped. We're also going to use 500 grams of pasta, a tin of tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, Italian seasoning. We're all spread out today, aren't we?
AKA categorised as number I.
It's got an eye on it, that's right. All our vegetables go higgledy-piggledy into the food processor. FYI, we did not use any of the vegetables that fell onto the floor, in case you were wondering. We blitzed those veg until they were very fine, and then we popped the 500 grams of pasta on to boil.
Now time to watch it transform.
Okay, you've just got me now. Sebastian's gone for a snack. So in this mixture, with the blitzed up veggies, we're going to put the sausage and we're going to blitz that and some herbs. Added a tablespoon of olive oil to my frying pan and then popped the sausage and vegetable mixture into it. I fried it for 6 minutes. To this mixture, I then added 4 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I gave it a stir and then added our tin of chopped tomatoes. Filled half the can with water and then also added that to the pan. I left this to bubble on my hob for 5 minutes. You would not believe how beautiful that smells. Oh, it smells so good. I think this one's going to be a really good one, guys. And it's the first time I've ever like blitzed everything out. It's probably not the first time, but it felt really easy. Just put everything in that and blitzed it all up together. The original recipe for this uses regular sausages. I bet that's very good as well. However, we're on chicken sausages today. Me and the boys have been to a fun fair today. So we went on the waltzers twice. There was not many people there. So the guy who was running the waltzers, he was just spinning us and spinning us and we were screaming. Oh, it was such good fun. I love a waltzer. I dread the day that I start getting motion sickness. Paul cannot go on anything like that. I know that people say that changes with age and you get more motion sick, reminding my body that it needs to be able to spin. While we were in town, we went into Lush. In Lush, they sell beautiful bath bombs. As you walk in, the smell is amazing. They do all sorts of different things and vegan things and handmade things. So I will show you what he picked up. So he got this little bouncing Santa. I don't know if I could probably get it out for you. Little bouncing Santa. Oh, he smells so nice. So it's Santa Claus is bouncing to town, making a list, showering twice, gotta find out who's naughty or nice. And the smell, I was gonna give you a smell. Do you want a smell? The smell is amazing. And look at him. So can you see him? Oh, he's excited for Christmas. Break a little bit off. I mean, I've got it all over my hands now. Woe is me. My hands smell amazing. I am cooking though. I'm gonna have to wash that off. You just wash it off like normal soap. So he got that. But when they were going through the till, on the bottom of your receipt it'll say trick, you don't win anything, or treat, and you get a £15 voucher to spend in store. Well, we won, we got treat. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. I thought maybe this shop's only got one treat to give away, and we got it. And I think Laurie's just very lucky as well. So he was getting that, and it said treat. She said you can go and spend £15 right now. So I got some of this. I'll show you what I got. I have to wash my hands first. This amazing Yog Nog, and it is so glittery. Can you see that? And it says, gift your shower times with little gold. Who says you can't be sweet and spicy, naughty and nice? Shower in plastic free glitter every single night. And the smell, it smells a little bit like eggnog. It's vanilla. It is so comforting, that smell. Oh, it smells of custard. So it's really strong and really lovely. So I got that for myself because I bought the Santa. So they said, and it was £16. And I said, oh, do you need me to pay the £1? Because we've got the 15 free voucher. And she said, oh no, I can't put that through the till. You can just take that. So 16, but I couldn't believe it. So I've got some Yog Nog. I haven't spent that on myself. I'd get the tiny little one, maybe, but I wouldn't get a full, like a bigger size one. Luck was on our side today. We go on the waltzers twice and then you get a free gift from Lush. Life is good. So let's get back to this pasta now. That sauce has been cooking for 5 minutes. I'm just going to put the pasta in and it's all ready to go. So it's all prepped, ready for tonight's tea.
Back to the pasta. So I seasoned my sauce with salt and pepper and then added my pasta back. This pan made 6 portions at 12 points. I had half a tablespoon of parmesan on mine, 1 point. So it was 13 points for this big portion.
Oh, it looks so good, doesn't it? My lights come on actually, my camera, it's so dark. I had a little taste of the pasta, it was so delicious. Chicken sausage pasta, always a little bit better the day after, isn't it? Just enhances those flavours, I think. So here on the 5th of November, we have a bonfire night, Guy Fawkes night, where we burn alive Guy Fawkes on the top of a big bonfire. It is a dummy, obviously. My dad makes Guy Fawkes, he's made out of wood. He'll sit right atop this big wooden structure and then we set it aflame. We also set fireworks off. It's to mark when Guy Fawkes tried to blow up Parliament. It's a really cosy night. You have lots of nice cosy food and drinks and all gather around the... And what? Treacle toffee. And treacle toffee, yeah, and Parkin. So my boys are now just making the bonfire.
Auntie Claire's treacle toffee.
Yeah, Auntie Claire's treacle toffee is the best type. I make a cheese pie and Parkin. My mum makes a potato pie. My dad makes a prawn curry and my sister-in-law makes a chilli. So we have lots of beautiful foods to eat. We don't light the fire until it goes dark. Sometimes it's absolutely pouring down. We're all huddled around the fire in the rain. So we'll see, hopefully it's dry. It's a lovely day today. So hopefully it stays like this. We're getting out another big hearty portion. You see, I could take or leave meat, definitely. Paul, definitely not. So I always usually gravitate towards vegetarian dishes. I eat meat, but it's not my favourite. But this is really tasty and good. You see the nice big chunks of squash in there. Yummy. Topped with the almonds and the soy sauce. Now guys, I have had this beautiful veg tagine 5 times. So now I am thinking, yeah, that's enough now. I don't want any more veg tagine. So what I am actually doing is I have blitzed it. It's made quite a thick soup, which I could add a little bit of stock or water to that. I have blitzed the vegetables. Paul's had a portion as well last night, so it's done 6 portions of food for us, and the rest, because it was such a big pan, I have blitzed, and it actually tastes like a pumpkin soup almost. I'm gonna put this in the freezer for when I haven't got time to be making a tea. You could drizzle a little bit of cream on the top of there. You could add croutons, some sourdough dipped in. Oh yes, the opportunities are endless, guys. Hello fellow humans! So it is that time of year. It is, remember the 5th of November, gunpowder treason and plot. But it isn't the 5th, it's the 4th, because we're doing this a day early because it's a Saturday night. So our bonfire is tonight. I'm gonna make the Parkin. Now this, I've never been as on the last minute as I am this year. I've defrosted my cheese and onion pie that I made last weekend, and I've now put that into the oven to cook. People are going to be arriving in 1 hour's time, and I'm just about to start the Parkin, and then I've got to load these drinks up. Join me as I rush my way through making this Parkin. Now this Parkin is not Weight Watcher friendly, it is just Parkin that we have at bonfire night, but I'm going to show it you anyway. It is a delicious, moist, treacly cake. It is so delicious, and I try and make mine quite wet and very unctuous. So I'm going to show you how I make that, and we're going to get these buckets filled up. I'm going to take the fireworks out. When Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament, he was done for treason, and now every year we light a fire and up he goes. Yes, I understand it sounds very, very odd if you're probably not used to this custom. So I'm going to show you Guy Fawkes as well. My dad makes Guy Fawkes. Now I think if you've seen last year's vlog, you'll have seen me shaking hands. How do you do, sir, with that guy? This year, I think my dad has surpassed himself, because the face, although a little creepy, it's very good. He makes the face out of paper mache. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you that. We also have a feast tonight. Everybody brings food. It's so exciting. Really enjoy this time of year. When I was little, I actually preferred bonfire night to Christmas. So yeah, really behind. I love this this event. So I will show you our Guy. Here's Stella, keeping him company. What do you think, Stella? Stella isn't too bad with the fireworks. She just stays inside. Here he is. Look at this man. Oh, hello, Mr. Guy. How would you feel if this guy was sat on your sofa? How would you feel about that? Coming down in the middle of the night and he's sat there. With his creepy hands. I mean, I am a little bit... Hello. I'm frightened he's going to move. And unfortunately, if he could move, he'd be better legging it now, because he's going to go on top of that fire. Dazzling darts. 180, dashing and darting, they'll probably be quite noisy. Then we've got a ghost fountain and a goblin's fountain, and some sparklers as well as the power finale. Let's get on with this Parkin. For this you will need 300 grams of butter, some ground ginger, mixed spice, some ground cinnamon. Now again, just that second, I nearly picked up the ground coriander. They're in exactly the same colour lid with a big C on the top, and it says ground coriander on it. If you've watched, there was a previous vlog where I made a mug cake. I ended up putting coriander in instead of cinnamon. And I ended up eating it anyway because I was so hungry. That could have been this, but on a much larger scale, because other people have to eat this. So I'm glad I caught it. So definitely go with the cinnamon. Muscovado sugar, 250 grams. 400 grams of black treacle or molasses. 400 grams of syrup, golden syrup. 500 millilitres of milk. 4 eggs, 2 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda, 600 grams of plain flour. Now this makes a really, really large tin. So I am putting that into here. This is a big tin. You could half this recipe quite easily and have a regular sized tin. It's just because we've got so many people coming.
Here we go, let's make a start. You're actually quite privileged, you know, because I'm a bit selfish with this recipe. I don't tend to tell people. I'm letting you in on this today. Keep it under your hat, won't you? And it is so good. You will enjoy it, I'm sure. If you like treacle, and as long as you're okay with those like Christmas spices, you would absolutely love this cake. So you pop all your butter into a pan. Make sure your pan's big enough, guys. Mine wasn't. I have to transfer pans in a minute. You want your butter, all your spices, For this amount, I'd go for 2 teaspoons of each spice, and then if you like it a bit spicier, maybe up your mixed spice to 4 teaspoons. It's quite a large portion, is this. But if you were making half, obviously, maybe just start with a teaspoon of each, see how you like it, and then make it again until you've got the amount of spices for your palate. In goes the treacle and the syrup. Whoever made this squeezy bottle of syrup, yes, I applaud you. Thank you so much. As well as your sugar, so your dark muscovado sugar. That then goes on the hob to liquidize and melt down. So I just had that on a very low heat until it was liquid. So this is the point where I realised that is not going to be big enough, that pan. Let's swap pans. Then you weigh out your flour and you pop that to one side, break your 4 eggs into a bowl and give those a whisk. Four tablespoons of slightly warm water and add 2 teaspoons of your bicarbonate of soda to that. So make sure your liquid in your pan, your melted ingredients, is off the heat, and then whisk in your milk, your eggs and your bicarbonate of soda mixture with the water into the pan. Mix these wet ingredients into your flour. Now, I was very silly here and I just dumped it all in. It's nearly coming out of my mixing bowl, there's that much. I was really rushing, guys. However, if you do not want to end up with lumps of flour in your Parkin, just add the liquid a little bit at a time. I'm sure that would have helped. So I popped that into my lined tray and it went into the oven for 1 hour and a quarter. This was perfect. It was a little bit wet still inside, but you want that moistness. If you were having the recipe, 45 minutes would be perfect. Check it after 45 minutes. Leisurely. Must be getting quite hot up there now. Oh no, it's caught his eye, look! Oh, it's a flame. In this one we've got real potato pie, some rice in that tureen there, mushy peas, Parkin. Just underneath there we've got a beef chilli. I've had to put all these things into dishes because my family's pans do not work on my induction hob. This is my pan, but it's got my dad's prawn and mushroom curry in it. I've got my cheese and onion pie there. And my sister has made flapjacks. Treacle toffee. Oh, delicious. I love treacle toffee. That always goes first. What do you like about Bonfire Night, Larry?
I like the cheese pie, of course. I like the marshmallows and, of course, the fireworks and the actual bonfire itself. Well, every bit about it, to be honest.
Yeah, it is the best. Well, fellow humans, good job to you. If you've got this far, well done. We were talking about my upcoming holiday where we're flying to San Francisco. It was a great night. We had such a good time and you saw a little bit of the barn as well. I think another couple of months we are going to be living in there. I'm going to be showing you around. We've also got vlogs coming up of us in California. Also some more Weight Watch content. So stay tuned for that. Next week is going to be like a day in the life. Also a little chat.
Is this time of year a good time to begin or start Weight Watchers? If you're interested in that, join me again next Friday and I will see you soon. Thanks guys.